YouTube? It's your boy Monster, aka Monsterverse. If you ain't taking care of yourself, I hope you is. It's only up from here. Today we got some ungrateful motherfuckers. Ungrateful! Seriously. These motherfuckers are so ungrateful, gang. Like, I just searched up Wolverine and fam. All of these videos, I could find some sort of crybaby in here, bro. Genuinely. Like, some of these people's points do make sense, though. I understand where they're coming from. But at the same time, I don't. They say he doesn't move fast enough. They say he doesn't look like Wolverine enough. They say Jean Grey doesn't look like Jean Grey. They say Sabretooth doesn't look like Sabretooth. When did he wear armor? Oh my god. There's so many lines. Are we... Bro. We got the last Wolverine game in 2008. That was just a guess. 2006. But Marvel Rivals not counting. Bro. Accept it. At this point, bro, if you are the type of person that's gonna complain about lines all over a suit, like, genuinely, are we complaining about lines? Are we literally complaining about lines, bro? This does not bother me at all, bro. Like, I get it. If you want a comic accurate suit, I understand. I understand. He would look cooler. I understand. But maybe not. Because I like the way he looks here. But I did see a picture under here, and they said the original design does look better. And I'm not even gonna lie. They maybe should have kept it a little comic accurate, but still changed it up in their own ways. Cause I still like when Insomniac does that. They still make it comic accurate, but change it up in their own ways. But bro, it is just the first clip of Sabretooth. How do you know he wear? It looks like, honestly, in that picture, that maybe he's like imprisoned or something, or maybe nah, they ain't giving him this shit in prison. No armor suit. Maybe he's like working for somebody in the story. Maybe it has something to do with the story. It still has Sabretooth colors, but it's just not the jacket. So I understand why people are like, it doesn't look like Sabretooth. This is not my Sabretooth. Why does he not look like Sabretooth? He looks like he's about to tell me his pronouns. What? How? How does that even make sense? This is not a good design. He's got too much armor. This blows, to be honest. I don't get why he's wearing decked out gear. Yo! He has a healing factor like Logan. Bro, I genuinely don't think this fucking matters. They're not even happy to see Sabretooth. They're just like, bro, why does he look like that? Imagine showing them this trailer. You're like, bro, they got Sabretooth in here. Oh my god, why does he look like that? Like, it's not like they made him bald. It's not like they cut off his beard. They just changed the suit, bro. They just made his suit look a little different, and people are like, oh my god, what the fuck? Yo, even the same thing with Jean Grey. Bro. Hold on, bro. Even in the story details, people are like, they hating on the story details. So let me refresh my mind on this. So, because I was like, bro, people are just, X-Men do not exist in this universe. Mutants live in hiding, and most of the world don't know they exist. Logan is part of the Team X, a group that save mutants around the world. So is Team X the same thing as hold on, so if he's part of Team X, because isn't this Team X? Hold on, that took me a little bit out of my thought. I didn't even really know that, because people are like, oh, he's never worn an armored suit. Yes, he has. Speaking of the comic, family, this is, I guess you could call somewhat of an armored suit. He's wearing some sort of protective gear. So miss me with that shit, bro. Miss me with that shit, bro. Characters could have different suits. Stop crying when they change a little. Same facial expression, by the way. Same facials. Maybe hair is a little bit, but Sabretooth always has longer hair and shorter hair, so it doesn't matter. If they change his hair, why are people crying about his hair being? Like, come on, bro. And anyways, this is Team X right here, and I don't know if this is the same thing. Probably, most likely is. I never seen it in the TV show, but I definitely seen it in a comic. I only read one issue of this comic, but I never had the full story. And I want to read this full story, but maybe this was like a story before the whole X-Men formed together. That's the only thing I could probably make sense of that. Maybe because they said the X-Men don't exist in this universe, which kind of doesn't make sense because is there no Professor X in this universe? Because how do they know how to? I don't know. That is one that probably doesn't make sense to me. Is how they don't exist in this universe, and I don't know, because they could have made them exist in this universe. That's probably the only thing I have negative to say about the game is, yeah, the X-Men definitely could have existed in this universe, but they probably didn't want to show off you didn't even have to show off too many characters. They could have just said the X-Men existed, and they didn't even have to show all of them, to be honest. But I mean, that's their decision. So I mean, this is what Jean Grey is supposed to look like. By the way, they did her dirty. Bro, Jean Grey looks fine, bro. Like, I get it, bro. All the gooner heads. Why doesn't she look fine? Why? Like, all the gooner heads are mad as hell that she doesn't look like a stallion. That's why all the gooner heads are so mad that she looks like a aged up woman. I don't think people, bro, like, she still looks fire. Some aged up women look fire. These is little boys we talking about, bro. Some aged up women do look fire, bro. It's like, I don't know why people just want this young Jean Grey. I get it. We like when Jean Grey is a hottie. She looks like it in our Marvel Rivals. But I don't mind her looking like a little bit aged up. Like, she's not old as hell, but she just looks like maybe like a mom in this a little bit. Or like she has like she's just not a hottie, like a super facial expressions of they didn't get somebody based pure off their looks. They probably just got this girl because she probably acts like Jean Grey. I like the way she looks, bro. People were still complaining about it on damn Spider-Man 2 facial with MJ. People changed the facial expression. There's a mod out there that makes MJ a lot hotter. Why do they have to look super like supermodels all the time? Even Stan Lee said this, bro. Why do these characters always have to look like supermodels? Why? That's what always Jean Grey looks like. It's always what Jean Grey looks like. Damn. So you don't I still think this Jean Grey still looks good, bro. It's just she has young features, or like is why you're saying that. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Looks too much like it. No, it doesn't. I don't think so. Bro, and it's like 90% hate on a game when everybody starts playing. Bro, they're gonna forget all this shit. They're gonna be locked in, like, or unless they're not really fans of the. I mean, if they weren't really fans, they wouldn't be making these criticisms. But damn, it's like 90% criticism under all these Twitter posts. It's no love. It is no love, bro. Like, they are going way too hard, bro. Way too hard on, like, everything looks beautiful. Saw the gameplay last night, and this is how you make a badass Wolverine. There we go. Toad. Okay. Now this post had a little bit of love. Oh, motherfucking tongue. I never knew this was a character or a villain. I was confused on who this was in the trailer. But I heard he does fight the Hand in this game. So Wolverine. Oh my gosh, bro. This game's about to be so fucking cool, bro. And people just want to be ungrateful. Talk about he's moving slow. Maybe I'm just going out of games, but this doesn't look fun. Yo, bro, like, maybe you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because this looks amazing. Oh my gosh. Wolverine Origin mocks this game to death. Now, one thing, this little launch, the launch that he does in this game, I do like it better. Like, his launch in the new game isn't fucking with this. I'm just gonna be honest. Now it's like, because the combat in this game still holds up, for sure. I don't care what anybody says, bro. The combat in this game is still fun as hell. Now I know this new Wolverine game will have more and more, but the moves that were in here, this man really felt like, I ain't gonna lie, this really felt like Wolverine, how he was really moving, like jumping far and shit. Yo, I could see what they're talking about on that part. Cause right here, yeah, he is moving a little bit more like realistic in this newer game, more like but still, I wish they added that far. Like, I wish you could launch from right here to right, you feel me? Like, from, there's no possible way I shouldn't be able to do that. But if they don't, with them not having that, that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not making a complaint about it, but I definitely, that launch is cool. Now it's probably something I honestly missed, but I'm not gonna lie, the older game has a way better launch at. Yeah, see, compared to that one, nah. But the blood, all the other shit, yeah. Let's see this other 8. Far too much. We're complaining about blood. Far too much blood. Only having about a quarter the amount of blood would be more oh my gosh. So if Insomniac, the gameplay is going to be so linear and boring. It's Insomniac. Oh my god. All the PlayStation games are third person, over the shoulder linear games. I'm sorry, but the X-Men sucks. X-Men costume sucks. Hope we have options. Duh! Looks like a PS3 God of War with modded. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't like going on X, because they just say dumb shit. It looks like PS3 God of War with Marvel skin. That has 74 likes, bro. That has 74 likes. At the end of the day, I don't think these, I don't know. Looks boring. Looks really easy, pressing square over and over just to kill some people. I was hoping there's gonna be some hunting, tracking, maybe having to figure stuff out, because you're bringing rather than just pressing square over and over. So this man doesn't like Batman, or this man doesn't like none of the other superhero games, because that's pretty much, and that's not all you're doing. There's in stealth mode, so he just does, there's just, I'm gonna drive myself crazy trying to argue with them. I just want to show y'all, go on X right now and look how many crybabies there. I want to see who's crying about the DLC, because this is what got me most excited. Look at this, look at this, and look at this. This 3 suits have me, bro. Let's see what they're crying about the DLC, man. No collections edition. I'm good. If Insomniac made the game, we'll be able to platinum in 20 hours of gameplay with no DLCs, nothing for the foreseeable future, just like they did Spider-Man 2. I see what he's saying, because Spider-Man 2 did have, but that's because they got leaked. So I'm not even gonna argue with him on that one, because they did got leaked. So that's what they were going to drop shit. Like, they were going to drop, they had shit playing for Spider-Man 2. It's just shit got fucked up, so they just said never mind. They start focusing on this game. So if they do that on this game and leave no content behind, that shit would suck. Like, no DLCs like they did the first Spider-Man. If they don't do everything they did when they made the first Spider-Man, not everything the same way, but just like, you know, with the DLC, because the DLCs on Spider-Man 1 is amazing. So I would just hope we have some playable characters in the DLC or something. Yo. But yeah, man, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, man. This is stupid as fuck. This shit's stupid as hell, man.